Joining us live from Dallas, Texas, please welcome National Consultant Esther Spina.
Thank you. Thank you. Gracias, gracias. Well, what is the magic question today? How are you going to be successful in 2015? Well, here is the magic answer. You are going to have to be ambitious. So when you think of that word ambitious, what comes to your mind? Power hungry, getting ahead no matter what it takes, running over others to achieve your goal. But actually, Webster says that being ambitious is having a strong desire and determination to succeed, eagerly desirous of obtaining success. I mean, I know I'm blonde, but if I look at that, I'm thinking like, you better be ambitious if you want to be successful, right? So why don't we start there? How do you get to be ambitious? Because you know what? You're not born with it. Steve Thompson just wasn't born ambitious. Guess what? He had to make a choice. He had to want it. He had to want it more than anything, and then it became a way of life. And let me just tell you that no one can make you ambitious. I was thinking about how in the world did I become ambitious, or when did it start? And I'll tell you, I wasn't born in an ambitious family. My father worked in the shoe factory most of his life. My mom stayed at home with kids. In fact, I never even knew anyone that went to college. By the way, I never went to college. And I didn't know anyone that owned their own business. So I got a job right out of high school, and I got a job at General Electric, and I became a Cardex clerk. Anybody know what that is? That was a total manual doing inventory. No computers back then, so you know how long ago that was. And I worked for people on an order desk, and they gave me orders and manually in and out, in and out, in and out. And I learned my job really well. But then I started looking around me at people on the order desk. And I thought, wow, I want their job. I could do that. The only problem was there were no women on an order desk. They were all men. But do you think that stopped me? No. I became ambitious about wanting a promotion. And every few months I would go in and say, hey, there's an opening, can I have it? And they'd look at me. First they say, well, like, you're pretty young. It's been a long time since someone told me I was pretty young. And they didn't say it, but it was like, you wear a skirt. Because back then, no woman was on an order desk. And in fact, when you worked in those days, a woman could not even wear pants to work. Women of today, you would not like that. You had to wear a skirt every day. And you know, I just became ambitious. I became determined. I became consistent. I became accountable. And finally, 4 years, they called me in and said, well, there's an opening over here at Hot Point. We will let you be the first one, this is our sister company, we'll let you be the first woman ever on a Hot Point order desk. I'm like, yes! You know? But being ambitious didn't happen overnight. It's a daily thought. It's a daily effort. And then ambition comes. And guess what follows ambition? Success. See, success follows ambition. It's not the other way around. So if you're going to go out and be successful, you need to learn how to be ambitious. It's been 8 years since I've been in Ambit. And you know, I am so grateful that in this 8 years, I've been able to even become more ambitious. But it started way back then. And Ambit has taught me so many characteristics and traits through many of the leaders on how to be successful. But it all comes down to those traits and characteristics of being ambitious. So I'm going to quickly tell you the easiest 3 traits that I think you should learn this year, because they were the 3 things that I learned way back then, and it starts with that. Number one, and take notes because this is your homework, right, Jerry? Be consistent. Brian McClure says it best, persistent, consistent effort over time produces results. Never give up. End of story. That's it. How simple. Be consistent. Number two, be determined. Don't let any obstacle, no one get in your way to achieve success, to achieve your goal. See, determination is a mindset. It's a heart condition. And so, in other words, never give up. And three, be accountable. If I could give you one thing that I'm telling you, you want to be successful this year, you need to be accountable to someone. A coach, a mentor, a buddy partner. Find someone that on a weekly basis you are sharing your goals, your dreams, everything that you want to achieve. I just don't believe that you can be as successful as you want to unless you have someone that you are accountable to. And make sure that they will hold you accountable. More importantly, make sure that you will be accountable to them because it starts with you. You are the only one that is in control of your success and your future. See, it's not your upline. How many times have I heard, oh, my upline doesn't do anything. I'm not successful because they never help me. Nope, it's not your downline. Your downline is not going to make you rich. It's not dependent on them. It's dependent on you. And that rock star prospect, don't fall in love with potential, because that's all it is potential. Don't be disappointed when that potential doesn't turn into action. But I want to close with a story, and it happened maybe a few ambitions ago. Chris Chambliss sent out an email to the consultants and said, yesterday, the person that is hindering your Ambit growth has passed away. And at first, I remember all the consultants were like really sad because one of their own had died. And then they became curious as to like, who is this person that's been hindering my Ambit growth? Maybe we're happy they're not here anymore. And then everyone started anticipating the funeral because Chris said you could come early to Ambition. We'll have a room over here, and you can have a viewing and pay your last respects to this person. So, one by one on that Wednesday, the consultants filed in. And as they got closer to the coffin, they leaned over, and they were speechless. They were shocked and in silence, as if someone had just pierced the very depth of their soul. Because when they leaned over into the coffin, there was a mirror sitting there. And next to the mirror was a note, and it said, "You are the only one capable of limiting your Ambit growth. You." Now, of course, we know that story is not true, and Chris, no, you did not send an email. He's probably sitting out there upstate saying, what in the heck is she talking about? But, Jerry, does it sound like something that Ronnie Kirkland in heaven is just telling all of us right now? And Ronnie Kirkland is actually what the Perseverance Award is named after. And that's who I thought of. But this is it. It is up to you. No one else can do it. You are going to have to decide today, not tomorrow, today in 2015 that you are going to be ambitious, you are going to do it. So what? Let's just do it. Thank you. God bless you.